Well, we've talked about a lot of things so far tonight. But wouldn't it be great, though? I mean, wouldn't it be wonderful if there was some magical thing you could do that would actually, you could do as a parent that would prevent most of the problems we've talked about tonight? Wouldn't that be great? Some like magical thing you could do. Guess what? There is one. Yeah, there's one very, very powerful way. Very, very powerful thing that you have that'll up the odds that your kids will do what you want them to do. Well, let's ask this question. How do you get a small child to do just about anything you want them to do? The answer, model it with excitement and joy. Model it with excitement and joy. See, the wisest parents, what are they doing? They are constantly doing the things they want their kids to do when they know their kids are watching. But even more sophisticated parents add this little piece. They're constantly thinking out loud when they're doing these things. These kind of parents are constantly doing things like this. They don't say, hey, brush your teeth. What are these parents doing? They're saying, oh man, my breath stinks. I better go brush my teeth.
Kids with ADHD or autism want to be independent. Try Goalie, the visual scheduler that guides them through routines so you don't have to. Goalie, reinventing routines.
And then they're saying, come on, man. You ever seen a mad dog? Come with me. The mad dog is a very fun thing to do with your kids brushing teeth. You know what the mad dog is, right? You get it all foamy. What else are they doing? Oh, man, better put my seatbelt on. Don't want to get my face all smashed up. Better drive safe, too. Better drive safe. Now, they're constantly slipping these little things in when the kid really doesn't look like they're paying attention. Because when do kids really copy what we're doing? When they think we're trying to teach them something, or when they think that we're just trying to not teach them something? I mean, when does it really happen? Yeah, when they think we're not trying to teach them something is when they copy it. Oh, what else are these parents doing? Well, they're saying things like, boy, you know what? I don't really like these vegetables, but I'm going to eat them because I want dessert. They're not saying a thing to the kid. Now that really stinks, doesn't it? Think about it. Doesn't it stink? This means that we actually have to behave. You think this might apply to chores? When do you start with chores? As soon as your kids can walk. Yeah. I saw a wonderful example of that in Fort Worth, Texas. I was doing a full-day presentation. And during the lunch hour, the people left to get their lunches, and I sat on the stage, had me a little sack lunch, eating there, relaxing, and a couple other people in that auditorium. Yeah, there's a grandma. Bet she was a volunteer at the church. And she's going through each aisle, and she's picking up little slips of paper, and she's picking up coffee cups and putting them in this big trash bag, and now there's somebody behind her. Who is it?
For families living with ADHD or autism, preventing meltdowns is everything. Goalie reduces stress by enabling kids to complete routines independently. Goalie, reinventing routines.
Grandson. Yeah, and he's just barely big enough to walk, and he's toddling behind her. Now here, this is what she sounds like. She said, oh, this is so good. I'm cleaning it up. Oh, this is great. And she's put, oh, that's fun. Right in the bag. And she's just, now what's he doing behind her? Well, he's picking up little pieces of paper. She said, all right, give me 5. They're having a great time. And he's putting slips of paper in there, and she's putting slips of paper in there, and she turns around. He's putting a purse in the bags. Oh! I got to see a wonderful, wonderful parent there because she looked at him and she said, oh, that is so silly. And she put the purse down. And then pretty soon he's got somebody's book and he's putting it, oh, that is so silly. And pretty soon I see a little kid. He's behind his grandma, and what is he doing? He's doing this. He says, oh, no, silly. Isn't it sad that so many kids get trained not to help so early in life? Honestly, when little kids help us with chores, how long does it take? About twice as long as if we would have done it ourselves. And it can be very, very frustrating because they make lots of mistakes. But there's this little computer chip inside of every little kid, you know? It's like a computer chip that says, help, help, help. Yeah, they have this strong need and desire to help. And isn't it sad when that computer chip gets smashed so early on when a parent does things like this? No, 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 you don't. Or they look at, and pretty soon that kid starts to realize this. If they want something done, they can do it themselves. Now, getting back to this grandma, what are the chances that this little kid, when he turns 15, he'll be over at her house helping out? It's going to happen. Because those chores are going to be associated with lots of love and lots of excitement for the rest of that kid's life. Foster Cline, one of the founders of Love and Logic. See, he knew a lot of these things, and he'd wash dishes in front of his kids. Here's Foster washing dishes. This is probably 35, 40 years ago. He's washing dishes, and what is he doing? Die, germs, die! Ooh, bye-bye, germs. And he's got the plate, and he's squeaking it with his toe. He says, hey, Jerry, listen, they're screaming. They're dying. Well, I want to do it too. Well, come on over. Let's do it. And we'll hear them. They're dying, and I think you can see one. Oh, it's gone already. All right, say, no, that one's gone already. Listen, oh, they're dying. They're bye-bye, germs. Foster said, you know, about 30 years later, Jerry's home from college. He's washing dishes, and his dad's sitting at the table, and Jerry's over his shoulder. He said, Dad, listen, they're dying. They're screaming. Oh.
Kids with ADHD or autism want to be independent. Try Goalie, the visual scheduler that guides them through routines so you don't have to. Goalie, reinventing routines.
And is Jerry actually doing a chore, or is he actually playing? In his mind, he's playing. My father did that with me on accident. See, he did. He didn't know this. He did it on accident. That he grew up in a family, they lived in a used car lot on South Broadway. The whole family, 5 people in one room. They didn't have any money. So there wasn't a lot of time to play, but there was a lot of time to work. And the whole family had to work a lot. But you know, they had this family where they had fun doing it. And he passed that on to me. And I have wonderful memories of my father and I playing together. And one of the things that I remember the most vividly is when we lived up in Conifer and the foundation shifted a little bit and the sewer pipe broke off, right? And my dad and I out there digging up that sewer pipe. Oh, that was fun. Seriously. And I remember he'd always buy these old trucks. I call them disposable vehicles, one-time usage only. Old Chevrolet trucks. They were about $200 back at that time, and we had to go to the dump every weekend. Yeah, we didn't have trash service, so we'd throw everything in the back of the truck and we'd drive off to the dump. And boy, did we have a lot of fun doing that. And I still remember the smell of those trucks. I think it's 90-weight oil mixed in with a little cigar smoke and rotting vinyl. It's the perfect combination. And to this very day, I've spent my life trying to find a vehicle that smells exactly like those old trucks. And I finally found one, an old Jeep. And I have a real nice new car, but I find myself driving that old Jeep and thinking about all those fun times I had with my dad. Did we have hassles over chores in our house? No, because they weren't chores. We did them because we felt good about it, and it was the way we become part of the family.